Hi guys, today I'm going to be playing Super Hexagon. It is an indie game. It is kind of a sporadic game. It's just a game you're supposed to play in short bursts. I personally enjoy it. It was actually made by the creator of VVV. It is on Windows, Mac operating system X, Linux, iOS, Android, and BlackBerry 10. I actually have it for Windows and Android. It is very twitchy gameplay, meaning you have to make bursts of small movements, and they have to be exact. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's difficult gameplay. If you hit the goal of the game is to try to get the longest amount of time on the bar up there. If you see in the top left where it says point, there's a bar that's constantly increasing. Every time that fully increases, it goes to the next level, like line, square, triangle, pentagon, all the way up to hexagon, and then it's just kind of like a difficulty measure. It gets harder and harder as it goes. And there are also overall difficulties. The difficulties are hard, harder, hardest, hardester, hardestest, and hardestest. Obviously, hardestest being the hardest. You complete the game when you have completed hardestest for 60 seconds without dying. The soundtrack is actually made by Chipzul, and you can actually get it on their website. The music is a big factor of this game. As you can see, it's a music-orientated game. The level is bouncing with the music, and it's rotating with the music, and the design just kind of plugs in with the music as you're playing it. Once you get into it, it's a very immersive game as well. Obviously, it doesn't seem like it. It's kind of like Beat Hazard. I mean, depending on the song you're playing, once you get into it, you get into it. For the difficulties, basically all it is for each change of difficulty, there are more. I guess we can call them walls. Let's call them walls. There are more walls of hexagons coming at you at a faster speed. So like the hard, which is the easy difficulty. I think this is on hard. Later in the video, I will go into hardestest, or hardestest just to try it out, and then I'll probably go down to harder for a minute, and then come back to this. The game, reception-wise, got an average score of 85%. It's actually just, I guess you could say, like a GOTY version of an original game made by Terry. How do you say his name? Kavagan? I cannot. Kavanagh. Maybe Terry Kavanagh. I will look that up. Every time I talk about him, I can never get his name right. It was actually I guess you call it an evolution of a game he made for a 12-hour indie game jam, and basically he had created the original game, which is just called Hexagon, which is basically the same thing. It just doesn't have the same, I guess you could call it, features. It doesn't look as nice, that kind of stuff. Anyways, he made the original one in 12 hours, so this game was made pretty much 12 hours, and then he came back and he tweaked it and he released it. This is, I believe, his second commercially released game. His first was VVV. Before that, all of his games have been free. Basically, as you can see, the gameplay just kind of consists of just, rotating that circle around so that you don't hit walls like I just did there. And as you progress, if you'll notice, the song changes, and the song also changes every time you die. If you start again, most of the time anyways, the song will change. This game was first released on iOS, and it's actually the 2012 iOS Game of the Year. It's interesting. Once you play this for a long time, you can kind of see how crazy the level design gets. Like right here, like stuff just pops out of you and opens up. This game was actually a finalist for the Indie Game Festival, and it lost to FTL, which I'll probably actually do a Let's Play of because I kind of want to play that now. FTL Fast and Light. That game, speaking of which, is immensely fun as well. I highly recommend that. Let's see. Oh, I think this is when I was doing the harder difficulty. I think this is hardest. See, you can see it gets faster and it comes at you and it jumps at you. And it gets crazy. It gets really crazy, especially on the hardest difficulty, which I don't have it unlocked yet. You have to unlock the difficulties. The higher you get in the regular difficulties, the other ones will be unlocked. On the Android version, I have all of them unlocked, but on this one, I think I only have up to hardest or hardestest unlocked. As you can see, though, it's difficult. I keep dying really fast here. Jump around, go, 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 go. Twist and turn, twist and turn. This game's only $2.99 on Steam, and wait for a Steam sale. On a Steam sale, it is like 50 cents. It gets really cheap. The Android version, I think, is also $3. Google Play actually just had a sale for it not that long ago. I think I got it for $1. See, can I get past point here? This is annoying. I have not gotten past like 10 seconds, have I? Yeah, I think each level is 10 seconds. Every time you get to 10 seconds, you will level up. So you like go from point to line to square to triangle to pentagon, all the way up to hexagon. So each 10-minute interval. Oh yeah, I'm going down to the harder difficulties now. Meaning down as in like harder, meaning not as hard. It's weird because like the difficulties aren't labeled hard. So when I say harder, I don't mean it's getting harder. I mean it's getting easier. Weird way of saying it, I guess. See, as you can see, since I was playing that other one and it was going really fast for a while, this actually got really easy for me. Basically because I was so used to it getting so fast that, you know, this entire thing felt slowed down to me now. And it feels like, hey, this is really easy after a while. Like, if you play on the hardest difficulty and then you go to the easiest difficulty, you can easily last like 5 or 6 minutes before it comes back to you that, oh hey, this is a normal speed again. Like, it just kind of has to hit you. Now this difficulty level I don't like because it has a lot of those rotating things. I think you'll see this right here. I really don't like that because it's time accurate, but it's more, you have to get the first one right to get the rest of them right. So if you mess up on that first one, you're screwed. Like this overwhelmed me right there. I did not understand what I was supposed to do, and it was coming fast. This is backwards, like, oh hey, it's getting harder again. I'll stick with the easiest for now. The color's strange if you haven't noticed as well, depending on the music and the difficulty level you're playing, the colors of the background and the screen will change, which is an interesting and a nice addition. And for those of you that are wondering, because I'm sure there's at least one person out there that's wondering if this game does actually have a storyline, no, it does not. It's about rotating a triangle around a hexagon. I mean, there isn't really much of a story to be had. Which is funny because Terry is known for creating story-based games, storytelling games. So it's funny that his last couple games haven't had stories. Maybe he's trying to go away from that and just create games that aren't based on that. Next, I think I'm actually going to do the Flappy Bird MMO, but I'm going to cut it short here just because it's just Super Hexagon. There's not much to play. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. I will be doing more Let's Plays within the next week. So yeah, just I will see you guys in the next video, and I appreciate you guys for watching. Alright.